Yo, what's good? Mr. 392 on the highway, riding wide by the Scat Packs my way. Freestyle to the beat, no beat. This acapella style, y'all move to the beat. Yo, let me stop. What's good, folks? Mr. 392 is in the building. We are going 25 miles an hour in my favorite place, the highway, leaving downtown Salt Lake City, enjoying the traffic. Long days of work. That's what we do, man. That's what we do. Thanks y'all for joining. Today we're gonna talk about if I should supercharge my Scat Pack or just get a Hellcat. You guys have been rocking with me for a minute. I started my journey with the V6 Charger 2013. Woo! Long time. Then we upgraded to the 5.7 300C SRT design. Then we upgraded from that 2006 SRT8 300C. Now, for the last 6 months, we are on the Widebody Scat Pack Charger 2020. Love this car. This car has been phenomenal. This is the best car I've owned to date. Does everything I needed to do. It has the power, 485 horses, 475 pounds-feet of torque, tons of space. Y'all see in my community posts, I put my kid's bike in here. It has some folding chairs. Going to a soccer game, let them ride around while I'm watching the soccer game. Grocery getter. It looks amazing. Aggressive style, wide body look, 315 wheels all the way around. Like, sounds amazing. This car, I mean, it hits every checklist right now. But of course, on my car journey, let's not forget, even before the V6 Charger, I had a Mopar. I had a 1999 Plymouth Neon with a 4-banger that some of y'all forgot about. And I'm gonna take this radar detector off because it ain't like I can go fast anyway. Not with this slow ace traffic. I still got another, 45 more minutes of this. Woo! Any case, but y'all know, on my car journey of Mopar, Hellcat. Hellcat's always been a dream. That's a lot of people's dream in the Mopar community, even outside of Mopar. Hellcat's been a staple for a long time. Of course, I think time has caught up where competition's there now. You know, GT500 Mustangs are there. You got the Corvettes now, Z06 Corvettes with the mid-engines. Like, everything's advancing now. Finally catching up to Hellcat performance. But like I'm saying, Hellcats has always been a staple in the industry since they came out in 2015. 700 plus horsepower and all the different variations from them all. You know, the Charger only goes up to 797. We got the red eye. But y'all get what I'm trying to say. Hellcat engine's amazing. Easy to mod, get more power out of it for fairly inexpensive funds. But yeah, I was just thinking, I was like, this car is perfect. I mean, I think if I had to figure out one thing to change about it to make it more perfect, I'd say give me all-wheel drive. I'd be happy with that. I think I'd be in heaven. But outside of that, being rear-wheel drive, this car is amazing. But the discussion is, should I go ahead and get that supercharger? Put that Whipple on there? Should I put a Pro Charger on there? Or should I just say, you know what? Let's just get the Hellcat. It's good to go how it is. There you go. Bada bing, bada boom. Now, if I go the supercharger route, you're looking at probably a $10,000 investment for parts, for labor. You know, I'm sure you can find it cheaper if you know somebody who can, or you do the labor yourself. But knowing me, I don't trust myself to even try to do it. So I will for sure pay somebody to labor to put it on the correct way. So you're talking about $10,000 investment. They probably have the car for a few weeks, maybe 2 weeks max, I'd say. And you're looking at anywhere from, you know, 150 to 170 horsepower is my guess. So to the crank, you probably take the Scat Pack from 485 to somewhere like 640, 650-ish, somewhere around there, which is pretty healthy. You know, 640, let's just say 650 horsepower, right? That's pretty solid. And let's just say the base Hellcat 707. So you're pretty close to Hellcat power, but you would have way more significant performance. Then you have to look at it in your investment. So we'll use me as an example, obviously. After trading my 300C SRT8, now I owe about 17 grand on this car. And I got positive equity, of course, so if I ever need to sell it for whatever reason, I can make at least, let's just say 10K. I can probably make more than that, but let's just say 10K to be safe. 17K, I add 10K on top of that, $27,000 to have a supercharged wide-body Scat Pack charger, 650 horsepower. Is that enough? Is that all I want? At that point, I'd be capped out, you know, unless I'll do some crazy mods, you know. If I start building the internals, camshafts, headers, throttle body, all that stuff. Not to mention if you want to upgrade the transmission, but at 650 horsepower to the crank, this transmission can handle it totally fine. And then I'd have to go low boost because I don't have forged internals. Let's say 5 or 6 pounds of boost, conservative tune, we're good to go. Is that enough? Would that keep me happy? I think it would. It's just a question of, do I want to put down 10K and go through this process? Now, obviously, once you make a car faster, you have to strengthen other components too, right? Got to check your drive shafts just in case. You got to check your axles just in case. Your suspension, everything gets more wear and tear because you've added more power outside the factory. You got to keep that in mind. The engine's going to be working harder with a supercharger, right? The engine is pulling the pulley, and that's how you get that drivetrain loss and more wear and tear on the engine. Doesn't mean it's going to break. It just means you kind of shorten its life a little bit, even though if you take care of it, it is what it is. That's what you're looking at for my situation, $27,000, and that's if I pay the car off. But that's how much I would be investing into this car. Or I say, you know what? I'm gonna sell a car privately, try to get as much as I can for it. Let's say I sell it and make 20K off the car. And then I go find me a Hellcat somewhere. I want a wide body. I know the narrow body ones are cheaper for the Chargers, but in this example, let's say I find a wide body one, and right now they're probably going for like a low number, maybe like, I don't know, low 50s, mid 50s. I'll say mid 50s to be safe, if you're lucky to find a decent one. 55K. 55K. Then I have to put money down, finance it. Let's just say I have to finance like 35K, which is very similar to what the sale price of this car was. And who knows how interest rates would be. But let's just say I'm paying like, I don't know, $500 a month. But I got a Hellcat, wide body, the power's there, everything's there. Similar to this car, just has more power and forged internals, basically. Supercharger wine is amazing. We all know that. We all love it. And that'll be all set, right? Good to go. And if I want to go faster, I could spend less than 2K, upgrade the pulley, fuel injectors, get a tune, bada bing, bada boom. Easily pushing over 800 to the crank. No issues there. So it just depends on your circumstances, right? Because it's like, do you got money up front to put down 10K on the supercharger? Do you put it on a credit card? Do you do the whole buy now, pay later situation? Do you get a credit card with no interest so you can spread out the payments? Do you save your money, put down 10K right then and there? That's a lot of money. A lot of money to invest in right off the top. So you got a lot of options, right? Some people, they go take out a loan for 10K and pay it back that way, which I don't advise, but people do it. Or do you pay more with a higher car payment, but have the car incomplete, made it for how you need it to be, and you just rock with it then? I mean, I'm only paying like $300 $600 a month on this car, which is very, very respectable. The average car payment in America is over $700, which is ridiculous. So I'm like half that right now with this car payment, so which is good, very, very doable, manageable. Or do I just bump it up, pay $500-600 a month for the Hellcat? But you know, I got the power that I'm looking for. Not necessarily saying I need to have that kind of power, but looking at my car journey, that's the next stage of evolution for me, is to get a Hellcat, or if I want to go the builder route. But when you do build a car, you need to make sure you keep it for long term, right? Because again, you're putting all that money into it, and it's not going to add value to the car. So you need to keep it as long as possible to really get your money's worth out of it. Unless you can find a buyer who appreciates your build and will pay a little extra for it, but that's really rare to find, especially that those mods don't really add any value to your car. If you try to trade it in, they may not even like that sometimes. They might tell you take it off, put the car back to stock so they can attract more buyers. Sometimes buyers don't want a car that's already been supercharged because they don't know the history behind it, and they have to take the dealership's word for it. But anyway, yeah, I mean, Hellcats are nice, man. Like, it just comes down to cost and what you're willing to do. I can't make that decision right now. I might also have to wait a little bit and decide what's going on. We got all kinds of new stuff popping off in the Mopar community. In the next year or two, we should be seeing some new cars coming out, but you know, I'm not gonna count on it until I see it. Right now, we're still in speculation mode. And who knows, they could come out with a Hellcat or a 426 all-wheel drive, and that could satisfy the itch in the future for me. Who knows? I have no idea. So, anyway, just a fun little discussion to talk about supercharging your car. If you got a Scat Pack, or this even applies to RT people, or just getting the higher trim car, the Hellcat itself, pay more monthly for it, pay for it more for the sale price, but you got the complete car, right? You don't got to modify anything crazy, just minor things to increase more power. Let me know you guys' thoughts, what y'all like to do, what would you do in my situation, or if you had the cars in your hand, what would you do? Would you build? Would you get the Hellcat? Do you want to be faster than the Hellcat? Do you want to be on par with the Hellcat? Like, you got a lot of options, man. But we love these cars though, right? We all love these cars. Mr. 392 is out. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.